Scan a typical day, and you'll find a steady accumulation of friction. Checkout screens hide new surcharges behind final confirmation buttons, and betting outs invite you to wager on the exact timing of a nuclear detonation. We are constantly absorbing a high-velocity stream of fragmented data points. This environment functions by exploiting the gap between what is advertised and what is actually paid. Companies break costs into invisible line items because the human brain struggles to maintain comparison shopping under cognitive load. It's a mechanism that forces us to react to the immediate transaction while losing sight of the cumulative cost. In cognitive science, this is egocentric navigation. You are routing yourself based entirely on your body's immediate position in space. You see the wall directly in front of you, so you turn. You react to the nearest threat or the closest dopamine hit. It is navigation without a map, defined by constant short-term correction. When an economy is optimized for the speed of transactions, it prioritizes keeping you in this reactive mode. An anxious consumer who cannot look past the immediate obstacle is predictable, and therefore their attention is easily harvested. Over time, this constant trivial stimulation creates a nihilism loop. We engage with headlines and memes to escape boredom, but the engagement never resolves our underlying disquiet. Our tolerance for distraction rises, our sensitivity to boredom spikes, and the things we care about become smaller and more meaningless until we are only watching the horses fly past. When millions of people lose their broader context simultaneously, the resulting collective panic triggers a shift. Psychologists describe a sequence. First, a state of total confusion, followed by a phase of psychotic insight. This is a false delusional framework that finally explains the anxiety, allowing a society to lose touch with reality together. We see this in the witch hunts of the 1600s and the totalisms of the 1900s. Inside these psychic epidemics, mental illness becomes the norm. Individuals sink to an inferior intellectual level, becoming erratic and committing acts in a crowd that they would never consider as individuals. The atomized social life and algorithmic stimulation of the 21st century recreate the vulnerabilities used by ruling classes in the past to imprint their own logic on the public mind. To avoid the next stampede, we have to look at the biology of how groups move without crushing each other. A starling murmuration is a marvel of coordination. Thousands of individuals fly at high speeds in a fluid, unified wave, managing complex maneuvers without a central coordinator or a single collision. The birds are employing allocentric navigation. While the egocentric view is about where you are right now, the allocentric view is a mental map relative to fixed landmarks. It's the difference between following turn-by-turn directions and knowing that the grocery store is north of your house, no matter which way you're facing. Scientists model this with the Boyd's algorithm. It proves that complex collective behavior only requires individuals to follow 3 rules. Avoid crowding your neighbors, stay close to the flock, and align your direction with those immediately around you.
The genius of the swarm is the ability to switch between both modes fluidly. By balancing their immediate egocentric awareness of their neighbor with an allocentric map of the flock's direction, information travels across thousands of individuals instantly, without degrading. Nature coordinates mass behavior by anchoring every individual to a shared, overarching map. It is the exact balance of local awareness and big-picture orientation. Our digital interactions rarely achieve this alignment. Unlike starlings, humans have genuinely conflicting interests and values, which makes a unified murmuration in a digital space incredibly difficult to sustain. Modern platforms amplify this friction by stripping away our shared landmarks. They replace coordination rules with extractive ones, maximize time on site, isolate the user, and reward emotional activation. Carl Jung warned that our greatest threat is our inability to deal with the forces of our own psyche. When our collective mind is misdirected, man becomes wolf to man. Without a shared map, we aren't swarming. We are experiencing a digital crowd crush. We are trampling each other in panics engineered by systems designed to profit from the confusion. Surmounting this requires us to build what we might call an epistemic health layer, practices that restore our orientation when the external environment is actively blurring the landscape. We navigate the world using internal maps we didn't draw ourselves. This is why addressing intergenerational trauma is the first step in reclaiming our orientation. If we don't audit the psychological wounds handed down by our grandparents, the invisible code that dictates how we react to fear, we will always feel lost, no matter how much external data we have. We interrupt the transmission by standing in the middle of the stream and cleansing the inheritance. Reclaiming our map also requires building what Václav Havel called parallel structures. These are independent systems, local food networks, mutual aid, independent journalism, that operate outside the dominant extractive systems. These networks function as the fixed landmarks we need to orient ourselves. Healing an inherited wound or building a local system of support provides a stable point of reference that remains visible even when the larger culture drifts toward madness. The gambling economy is built on trivial, easy wagers. The logical opposite is the sincere bet, committing to something difficult and real, despite the odds. Malala Yousafzai provides the ultimate example. When the Taliban retook Afghanistan and experts insisted they had changed, Malala refused to surrender her goals. She supported underground schools and joined the fight to make gender apartheid a crime against humanity. She chose to stay ambitious while everyone else was losing hope. The systems we live in profit from our disorientation, but we are not required to participate. We choose our own landmarks. We make sincere bets. We decide exactly how we align with those around us, turning a chaotic crowd into a wave of forward motion.